Just pulled up to an estate sale. I'm using my headphones, so hopefully the sound is a little better today. When I tell you I did not think I'd be out today, I'm so happy to just be here, even if I buy nothing, because the amount of signs I drove past yesterday and couldn't stop at, it was so upsetting. And it's already 1 o'clock. I was really losing hope that I'd be able to get here today. So I'm excited. There's tons of stuff outside, but it's listed on Craigslist as an estate sale, so I think it's also inside, and it very clearly said everything must go. So I'm hoping, even though it's privately run, the prices will be decent. So let's see. I'll try to film a little shopping, and I hope to have a haul to show you too. Do you mind if I start a little pile right here? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thanks so much. Quite the collection you've got here.
Sure is. It's all gotta go.
Wow.
Help yourself.
Does it look like Does it look like less from yesterday?
My daughter used to
Because
ride.
his daughter had horses.
I thought you had a really big dog
Yeah.
at some
Or
point.
you've got a horse hidden somewhere.
No,
That's
we had
right.
a Morgan Thoroughbred cross for like 6 years.
She needs help.
We were admiring the two chairs. It's like, I know.
Stunning. Pictures.
That's what we like.
Boy, oh boy.
I see space on the table,
I
so that's a
know.
very good indication.
It's, the best you're going to be able to get once we position things so you won't get a car. That's the only thing I promise. Just in case. Billy did a number yesterday.
Oh, wow. Is this just your personal collection?
It's a mixture. Cleaning out my parents' house,
Yep.
my father-in-law's house, some stuff from my grandmother.
Oh
and
my
then
goodness.
I collected to do vintage markets and did one.
Oh, okay.
So like there's a bunch of tons of stuff with Goodwill stickers that, I
Yeah.
was thrifting and
Yeah.
hoarding it away, and
Yep.
I was gonna do sales and I just couldn't get it together.
Wow.
And it ended up being so much more work. Like I didn't do it in a manageable way. I just bought way too much
Right.
instead of trying to do it a little at a time.
Yeah, that's tricky. The shopping is definitely the fun part, that's for sure.
Exactly. And then you have to deal with the aftermath. by the vet that she's too heavy. We got scolded by the vet that she's too heavy. She's a puppy. She's gonna get out. So she's a total chow hound. I mean, she barks at the pantry door for more food. It's not good. Right, well, Liam is not that. Hey, Ellen, I'll see. Is he fighting anything?
Oh, lots of things.
Oh, good.
Yeah. My pile is growing.
Okay, so
Oh wow, that's heavy. She's still coming.
yeah.
Still
This
coming.
is, I think, these 4 boxes, this is the end of it.
Oh really?
Thankfully. Hopefully. Looks so much like my set.
You don't have a table that goes with that, right?
No, we did at one point, yeah. How much are the little shoes?
$1.
I filmed a lot, but I'm not sure how good it is. So just a quick recap. I just spent $10 on so much stuff. She had prices out, like, I guess it started yesterday. I actually thought it was only today. And the woman had so much stuff. I was chatting with her. She said it's her grandmother's collection, her parents' collection, an in-laws collection. And then she did lots of thrifting just for fun, but also thinking she might do vintage markets one day. So she just had tons of amazing stuff. She did have tons of glassware, like sets of glasses, which I am too afraid to get into, and I'm not sure what the market for those is like yet. So all to say, I hope you'll see some of the shop with me footage. The only thing I didn't grab was some art, which honestly, I'm like hesitating. I'm like, do I go back for it? She had $10 on 2 of them and then 5 on this dog portrait, which had 2 of them were signed, 1 of them was not, I believe, but they did all look original. But you know, it feels like the kind of thing where it's like, because they're there, I want to get them, not that I'm actually in love with them. So I think I'm going to leave them, and I will probably regret it purely based on the prices, but it's the right decision. So let's go home, and maybe I'll have time to show you the haul before nap time's over. I've started this haul 3 times, so we are doing great. I'm gonna just dive in with the coaster set that you might have seen me pick up. These are actually Pottery Barn. I already looked them up. I say that like it's a bad thing. I'm so excited to have found these, but these will be definitely for personal use. And I'm already using it for my iced coffee here. I'm like an iced coffee all year round kind of gal. So I always have a need for a coaster. And let's see, I also am already using this little bud vase because I just needed to see it come to life even more. I absolutely love this piece. The color, kind of like a smoky blue with a creamy base under it, and beigey cream base. This is studio pottery for sure. And just the pinched effect of it. I think my mother-in-law will absolutely love this. And I'm really, really hoping to do kind of like a majority, if not entirely, secondhand Christmas this year. So this might actually be going in the Christmas pile. If you're watching this, my mother-in-law, which I don't know how you would be, let me know if you want this. She usually actually does kind of look at my hauls and tell me the things she likes, but even if she weren't to do that, I know that piece would work really well in her house. And she is a ceramicist herself. She appreciates the art of these things. This is a folk arty, kind of Scandinavian. To me, it gives me Scandinavian, but also Pacific Northwest vibes. I don't know. I love the royal blue, but also kind of the speckled base that it's on. This one feels very campy, cottagey. There's only a single one, but I love it a lot. And I got this candle holder. This one is marked Gongden something. I need to look into it. It's got this beautiful mauve-y kind of really dusty dark pink color on the outside, but more of a brighter light pink on the inside. So this one could go with lots of different color schemes in my opinion. And I just love the shape and uniqueness of it. To me, at least, it feels unique. Next up, let's see. I got 2 more. I got a pair of mugs. You might have seen me kind of beeline to these because, you know, blue and white. I'm not convinced these are vintage. I need to look into these. They may also be modern, which is okay. I still really like them. They've got kind of a gold speckle effect going on. And the speckle goes all the way inside as well. They're in perfect condition and they're unmarked bases. They have the 50-cent Goodwill stickers all over them. So this, if you heard her saying she was doing tons of shopping at Goodwill thinking she would resell or do vintage markets one day. So thank you for her kind of scouring the shelves in the past for us all. These beautiful Roseville, right? Yeah, Roseville little mini Crocs. I mean, these are so versatile, right? But if you were someone who likes repurposing vessels into candles, I feel like a lot of the things I got at this trip could serve that purpose pretty well. So these kind of feel like they could work well for that to me. Because the size, I guess, but also, again, like totally versatile. And what else? Let's see. The other ones that I thought could be a unique candle vessel are these soup bowls. I got 2. They've got the lion's head. Are these called chowder bowls? These have a specific name. And the woman was like, oh, I really hope you're going to go home and make a chowder in these. I was like, oh, I didn't know. So I got 2 identical ones. One of them does not have a marking, or it's just kind of worn off. The other one does say It says veritable porcelain. I think it's French. So we'll need to do more research into these, but these are beautiful just kind of as a cool kind of sculptural vessel or catch-all as well. I will say I noticed a little bit of cracking. I don't know if you can see that on the rim of this one, which may have an impact to how you'd consider using it for actual food, but really pretty unique kind of sculptural piece regardless. Or as a mini little planter, it also gives off planter vibes. I feel like these remind me of Restoration Hardware in some ways. I feel like their latest catalog had a ton of kind of just like sculptural, organic kind of shapes in their styling. They were really more like concrete-y. The texture was not porcelain in most of what they were doing, so ignore me. Or don't, and buy these and think that you're looking like Restoration Hardware. That would be great too. This kind of stunning classic picture. The shape felt unusual to me. It's super round. Like a short and stout kind of guy. But imagine this at Thanksgiving with your gravy, nice little gravy boat, or if you are a Vermonter like me and, maybe Christmas morning, you need a ton of maple syrup for your brunch or something. This one does seem to be marked, but I need to get the sticker off to fully read what the signature there is. Next up is this beautiful framed little print. It's definitely a print. It looks like it was kind of glued in. This is kind of like a solid piece, this frame, but the texture of this kind of sculptural frame was just stunning to me. I could not leave this one behind. And it doesn't have like a hanging mechanism, but there is a hole that goes straight through. I don't know if you can kind of see that perfect circle in the top center there. So it definitely could be hung without any additional equipment needed. This one I was so incredibly excited about, and I don't think it's in the footage, but someone took this out of my pile and tried to buy it, and I was like, hey, wait, that came from my pile. And I took it back, like I told her, and I got it back. But since coming home, I noticed the handle has been broken and repaired. You might not even be able to see it. It's so subtle. Oh, there in that light you can see. There was kind of an 1 or 2 inch stretch of the middle of the handle that was broken off and ultimately glued back together. For personal use, that will be entirely fine. Like, this is a beautiful piece. I love the unique kind of organic shape of the spout. And again, my mother-in-law would probably love this one. And this one is also a local potter. This is Pittsfield Potters from Pittsfield, Vermont. So this piece I will absolutely use and love personally, but unfortunately, because of the repair, wouldn't feel comfortable selling this one. And then 2 more pieces, I think. Okay, this one is dirty, very dirty, but this is a Dansk. I would assume perhaps the base of a butter dish. That's what I was kind of thinking. There was no top to it, but would be totally perfect still as a soap dish or kind of a jewelry catch-all tray. Just a versatile shape, and I was excited to see it. You may remember from one of my previous hauls how I had kind of a half circle stoneware piece that I intended to use as like a sponge holder, and I broke it. That was very much on my mind, I think, when I saw this, because this could absolutely hold your sponge behind your sink or a similar purpose like that. Or even if you had, put this on a countertop and had your pump soap on top of it so that any drips were caught on here. Totally versatile. Love the blue and white, and not sure if I'll use this one for personal use or pop it on Etsy. And finally, This one is maybe the most different out of the set of things I ended up with here, but this is tin, I think. Hand painted florals. It's dirty. It's got a little bit of marking, like some residue I need to try to gently clean off. It says on the back, clean with damp cloth. So I'll have to see how well I can do that. Again, not sure how old this is. It's Artline Limited, Toronto, Canada, hand painted metal tin, maybe, I'm not sure. But I just love the colors and the kind of really pretty floral painting. So was excited about this. And again, all of what I just showed you for $10. So, oh, and actually I got a bunch of clothes from the bins that she had. I got a bunch of really decent, some not even used, like new with tag, kids clothes for my kids, all within that $10. So you could essentially call this free because the $10 was a very reasonable price for the clothes alone. So I did great. I'm really excited that I was able to make it there and kind of actually take the time to explore what she had. And she was still unpacking boxes. I was there early afternoon on Sunday, and she was actively unpacking boxes and putting more stuff out. So first of all, I regret to think about all of the things I probably missed that were sold on Saturday or earlier on Sunday, because her collection was incredibly vast. So bummer that it was so late that I got there. But also I continue to wonder what her plan was with all of that stuff. Were they just going to load it back into the garage? Were they hoping like someone was going to come and buy them out late Sunday? Like, so curious what the plan was, because she had so much stuff. And I heard her say her promise to her partner was that he'd be able to park the car in the garage again. So she was on a mission to clear things out. And I'm glad I barely made a dent, but I'm glad I was able to contribute a little bit to her journey in that. Let me know what your favorites are, but even more importantly, let me know what you saw in the footage that you wish I would have picked up or that you would have picked up for yourself, because even myself watching it back, that is always like the most fun / painful thing, is to spot the things that you like, wait, did I look at that? Why didn't I grab that? So let me know. What did you see? Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.